Hello friends, Tony here. So welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will check how we can create a collapsible grid using Vue.js, HTML, CSS and TypeScript. So this is the one which we are going to create in this video. So I already explained about the basic grid part without the collapsible section in my another video. So you can check that details if you haven't gone through that. So there I am explaining about the grid view and its pagination. So this is the initial grid what we have. So what we need to make it collapsible. So we need a plus icon corresponding to each row. So basically plus and minus icon, and there should be a corresponding empty header section part as well, right? So we will see like step by step how we can achieve it. So the first thing what we required is like a plus or minus icon. So there are many ways you can get the icons, but either you can use SVGs or your own icons, but for easily. So if you want to do it very easily, you can just go to Foundosum. So they have different set of icons. So you can include Foundosum in your project, and once you include that thing, like you can directly use the icon. So I have Foundosum integrated to my project, so I'll take the plus icon. Hope you are aware that how you can add the Foundosum to your project. So please comment if you have any doubt on that part. So I have the sections already available, so I will just I just commented those part. I will uncomment and explain each section what need to be done. So this is going to be a TD. So in that row, the first item, so it required a click event and a plus icon and a minus icon. So to displaying plus and minus, we have some condition that we will see later. Now we are just worried about only the icon part. So FA plus and FA minus, the class icon class we have added. So after that, like what we need now, we need the header section, right? So the header you can see like a th. So we are looping from a array and displaying the header. So we'll see the array. So okay, so we need to enable this guy as well. So now this will give an empty entry. So this array only we are binding there in the grid header part. So once we do this part, so we got the grid in the way we want. Now what we need to do is like on click of plus icon, click, it has to create a detail grid or detail table. It has to show. So how we can achieve that part? So we will see that part next. So for that we can see like we are looping the data in all the rows and forming the TR. So corresponding to like each row, we need a child row to be added. Okay. So for that, what we can do is like either we can create a TR, just TR, and you can fill in the details to that. So ideally, this data also should come from the parent array itself. So there will be a child JSON object, child array, which is having many data. But ideally, in this I don't have any like child array data now, so I'm just filling it with the dummy data. So you can also create a dummy array like that. So you fill in some details. So and I'm just creating a table inside that. Next to that TR, because I need to have a table view. So this table so let's TR, TH and the remaining T body details I'm adding. So I'll show you each dummy JSON data whatever we have added. So like in grid child header and grid child grid data. So these details we have hard coded in our view component part. So we will see next that what data we are filling in there. So basically it is similar to the other data. So ideally it should be from the parent grid itself. So here we are just mocking it. So we are just giving the dummy data. So what we'll do, we have that child grid header and a child grid data. So those two arrays, adjacent arrays, we will enable. So this will fill in the details in the grid. So ideally you can see the declaration here. So in TypeScript, it's not best practice to give any type. You should specify the particular type by creating the corresponding interface, or basically the models. So we'll cover that part in another session. How we can keep the code clean and more understandable way. That's why we are going for TypeScript. So that's about the grid forming part. So now what is missing, like, so we'll see like what else is required. Now the thing is that we have the data, the child tables for each rows has been formed. So how we will display on plus button click? So if you know, like if you use a if condition, so if you enable based on that, it will be like if you click plus, it will be visible for all the other guys. So we don't want to do it in that way. So if you click for plus icon for first item, it should enable only for the first item. If you click for second, it should enable only for the second item. So for that we have a span click method, and there we are passing the current index to it. So it will know like which row it is. And what we are doing in our code is like in that particular method. So you can see the method here, expand click, and we are giving the index as input parameter, and we have a array named expand details array. So you can see it's a initialization in the top, it's an empty array. So it has nothing at first, and whenever user click on that particular button, we will check whether that particular item is there in the array or not. If it's already there, we will just delete it from the array. If it's not there, we will add to the array. So if it's already there means user clicked it. So if user expand it, so user want to minimize it, so it's a minus click. So for plus we will push it, and for minus we will delete it from the array. Okay, so that's how we are enabling that corresponding table corresponding to the that particular parent row and the child row. So and you know, like when if plus clicked, so the next, once the data is loaded, we need to display the minus in the left side. Means the plus should be converted to minus. So that's how this condition check we are doing. If it's includes that, then go for minus, or else show the plus. So like that we are handling the if else condition over there. So I hope you understood that toggling part as well. So we are using like VIF and VLs for that. So that's all about the plus and minus handling part. So we discussed the plus minus and displaying the grid part. So what else we need to discuss now? So I think so this table part also, this table also always it will be disabled, and if that particular item is available in that array, at that time only we'll make it enabled. So at that time when user click on plus, it will be available in the array, and that corresponding table will come as enabled. So user can see only that particular when user selected that particular row, that row corresponding child only user will be able to see it. Okay, so I think we can cross check. Okay, so what happened? I think I have not saved the file. Let me cross. Yeah, I have see. You can see that I not saved it. So I saved the file. So okay, all good. Yep. So the data is loaded on the plus click. So I'll click one more item. So as you can see, if I click on plus, the child grids are getting enabled, and it shows a detailed view. So if I click on that minus button again, so you can see it is getting collapsed. So it goes like that. So if you click on minus, it will collapse. If on click of plus, it will expand. So you can do the page indexing and so that there also you can search it. So that's all about the functionality. So there is this case we are just displaying it based on the if condition. So another approach is like you can display it based on the styles as well. Like if you want to provide some animation part, so you can bring it in using that approach. So you can, like in TypeScript, you can append different classes based on the conditions whatever you are having. So you have like a section and the collapsible, so two class we are appending there, and in this case we are giving only the section class. So I'll show you how it look like. So you can see it is just transitioning from top to bottom. So like that, like if you want, you can provide some styles, like you can give some animations to your corresponding rows. So for that, like you can see the transition animation, scaling and transition, translate y direction we are doing. So like you can see, like from 0% we are not doing, we are just from a negative 10 pixel we are coming to the 0, or in the scale from a 0.9 we are moving to 1. So like this you can, so I'll change this transition to scale, so you can see like it's just scaled up. So like this, if you want to provide some animations, you can provide animation as well. So all those things, those basically CSS part, it's not part of the TypeScript functionality. So that's all about the animations part and this particular component. So ideally, so if you don't want any animation, you can just keep just the if condition. It will just do the normal behave transitions as it is. It will just display and operate. So like this. So like I explained it earlier. So hope you enjoyed this module. So please let me know if you have any doubt or any questions. And if you like this video, if you want more lectures, please subscribe to my channel. So that's all I have. Thank you.